I'm going to be completely honest with you in this video. All the reasons why I invest and what it is I'm actually trying to achieve. And it involves the sort of stuff that you can see right here, being outside. That's why I started this channel 4 years ago. That's why I started investing 6 years ago. Let's go over exactly all of that, the numbers associated with it, and what I am actually trying to get to by the time that I'm 50. So this is my garden in Derbyshire, where I live. Bought this house about 6 years ago. And we bought it basically for the location. It's near to the kids' schools. But obviously one of the caveats was it had to have a relatively sizable garden. So this was all grass before I came here. It's a bit of a mess at the moment, a bit of a winter mess. But what we've got here is veg beds, fruit, veg, chickens, compost, and this pizza oven as well, which I built. So I built that from fencing material, believe it or not. There's a bike on top of it at the moment. But this is a cob pizza oven. If you don't know what a cob is, it's a mixture of material of sand and clay that you mix together, and it makes this solid material. It's about 6 inches thick. When you get that up to temperature, it roars at 500 degrees and it lasts for about 12 to 16 hours. So I do pizzas in it, and then I do like overnight legs of lamb. You can do all sorts of stuff in it. These are my chickens. We've got 3 of them. We've got Margaret, which is the really old one. I'm just going to say hello to Margaret. The other 2 don't actually have a name. Say hello, girls. And I keep them obviously for their eggs, but also I just like having livestock. So this is what we've got at the moment. This is all the space I've got at the moment. But my dream is, by the time I'm 50, is to sell up where we live here and buy a house in the countryside. This is quite a big house for the area. It's 5 bedroom, and it's relatively sizable. So I want to downsize. I want to get a smaller house, but I want land. I want a couple of things. I want land. I want about at least an acre, and I also want a snooker table. Those are the 2 things that I want. And I actually want a smaller house. It's a pain in the arse having a bigger house because the cleaning just takes forever. So that's why I started all of this. That's why I started investing. That's why I started my content creation, in order to try and make that happen. I became obsessed with investing around trying to get to a point where I never need to work again. I'm aiming to do that by the time that I'm 50. Now, I think it's really important to have a goal in terms of why you're investing and what it is you're trying to achieve, because if you don't have that, well, what you're investing for, what you're saving for, there's no point to it in reality. Putting money away specifically with a goal that you are desperate to try and achieve is, for me, the biggest motivation of actually getting there. Now, all full transparency, the reason I created the social media channels is I love creating content. Yes, I absolutely do love it, but I wanted to make some money out of it. And I also wanted to have a bit of a fallback just in case anything happened, and something did happen. So last April I was made redundant. I've covered it a number of times, so we won't go into detail. But I was in a fortunate enough position that meant that, having had social media channels, I was actually able to do that instead of going back into the corporate world again. Now, I've thrown myself into that since April, and it's gone well, and I'm starting to make some decent money out of it. So let's go over the numbers in terms of how I'm trying to achieve that financial independence by the time that I'm 50 and be able to realize the dream that I'm trying to realize. So I have £150,000 in my stocks and shares ISA. Here it is here. I've been tweaking it recently over the last few days to make it even more simple. I hate having to keep looking at it, seeing the individual businesses, and I'm a big advocate for using an all world. And it's always been the biggest holding that I've had, but now it is significantly the biggest holding that I've got, and I'm going to increase my allocation into that. Given that I'm 42 years old now, 50 is only 8 years away. So I need to make sure that I'm in a position where I'm not taking on any unnecessary additional risk. Now, a lot of people, when you're 8 years away from retirement, will potentially even look at moving into bonds, moving into cash. My risk tolerance is a bit higher than that. Now, that might be the approach for someone with a lower risk tolerance, someone that doesn't want to potentially have to delay their retirement. And that's a reality of what can happen. If the markets underperform over the course of the next few years, I won't reach the numbers that I need to reach. That may mean I need to work more. That may mean I need to tweak my goals somewhat. And it is a risk. It's a significant risk, but it's one that I'm comfortable with. So current rate of return and the deposits that I'm putting into that ISA portfolio, if the market delivers around 9% per year for the next 8 years, which is a stretch, or it could go above and beyond that, or it could go way below that. that will put me in a position where I've got £540,000 in that stocks and shares ISA. Now, of course, it's completely tax-free. So I look to then take out 5% from that portfolio on an annual basis. I'll do it on a monthly basis, actually, in order to keep as much in the market as possible. Now, that will allow me to relinquish £27,000 per year, which doesn't sound like a lot. I know that, but my living expenses are very low, and I have a high investing threshold, a high saving amount. I don't necessarily live a very lavish lifestyle, but I live a very happy lifestyle. And I have a very specific goal that I'm trying to achieve, which is why I am somewhat frugal, I suppose. I do live in the now. We do what we want to do. We do have holidays. I do eat what I want to eat, but I just don't unnecessarily spend on things that I don't need to spend on, because I got a bigger priority that I'm aiming at. So that will allow me to take £27,000 out per year. By the time I'm 50, that'll also mean that my youngest will be 19 years old. So the reason we are tied to this place is a very good school local. That's why we moved here to this street specifically, because it was in that catchment. We've got 2 kids and both of them are in that school, and we want them to finish in that school, which means I'm not going anywhere from this house until at least the time that I'm 50. So that's the real key number for everything. At that point, they can come and join us where we go and live in the countryside, or they can go and live their own life, but they'll always have space in my house. I've always been an advocate for that. I left home when I was 18. I never went back. I went through a really traumatic time after university, and I didn't have anywhere to go. I don't want that to be the case for my kids. So they've got that option if they want it. And I'd love to have them, in all honesty. They're a couple of my best mates. Now, that is one part of it. The second part of it is my pension, which I've got around £200,000 in. I've got that across 4 different companies and 4 different pension providers. I'm looking to consolidate that in 2026. I'll cover that as well, actually. I'll go over that, what I'm doing. Now, that's at £200,000 because I started depositing into it when I was 21 years old. And I've had, obviously, employer matches and the tax benefit of doing so. At current rate, that is on track to be potentially worth around £700,000 by the time I'm 57. That's when I can access it. So I'm using an ISA bridge, my stocks and shares ISA, from 50 to 57 to survive off. And if I need to take more out, I can do that, because I know that my pension is coming at 57. I'm also, this is conservative, the 700k, because I'm also putting money in for my limited business. I haven't done that yet. So that's going to enable me to potentially have around, £1 million by the time I'm 57. Potentially more if I put more in. Now, the third thing that I do, and this one isn't for everyone, is I have a limited business because I'm a content creator and I make decent money out of it. So last year's profit, I completely didn't take anything out because I was working full time. That's gone into an old world in Invest Engine. Now, there is tax implications of investing through a limited business, which isn't great, but the tax implications of trying to take that money out into my name are far worse than the benefits of potentially putting it into an investment account. So I've got around £80,000 in that across. It is 75% into an old world, 25% into a short-term bond, which is, again, there's a little bit of conservatism for you. Now, I'm hoping as well, in order to be able to make the 50 happen, to make as much money from these channels as I possibly can. Now, I do that in a very considered way. I've only ever worked with sponsors that I truly rate and truly actually use. That means I've turned down, honestly, tens of thousands of pounds worth of offers. But in content creation, especially finance content creation, credibility is your currency. And if you lose that, it's gone forever. And I want this to last a long time because I love it and because it's my job now. So hopefully, and I haven't actually put some numbers associated with it, but if I can continue at that level for the next 8 years, which I won't be able to because I'll have to take a salary out, that's going to put me well on track in order to be able to reach that goal. So I wanted to be completely transparent about what it is I'm doing on this channel, why I'm doing it, and the goals that I have. Right, I am incredibly passionate about those goals. I'm driven by the fact as well, and I was talking to someone about this yesterday, that I did live a very poor lifestyle at one point in my life. I was pretty much homeless and I didn't have enough money to eat. I lost a load of weight. It was down to 9 stone at one point. So that fear of ending up having to go back to that point motivates me, as well as the motivation that comes from building the life that I really want to have. Now, if I could make it happen tomorrow, I would, but that's not the reality. These things take time. I set this channel up 4 years ago on YouTube, in order to track that journey, what I'm conscious of is I haven't actually referenced it that much. That is the specifics of why I'm doing everything that I'm doing. So I just want to paint a picture of what a normal person, I'm very normal, no degree, tough background, but have tried to make something happen for me and my family that is, you know, as far as I'm concerned, life-changing and my absolute dream. What I'd love for you to do is put in the comments and let me know what it is that why are you investing? What is your dream? It may even be that you just want to buy a Lambo and live in Dubai. It may be that you have a similar one to mine. I have had some criticism, people telling me I'm incredibly boring for that approach, but I don't give a shiny shite because that's my dream and that's what I'm doing. When you put yourself out there on the internet and you get millions of views, that naturally happens. But listen, tell me what it is you're trying to achieve. What's your goal? And does any of this resonate with you in any way? All right, I really appreciate you watching. It's a bit waffly, it's not scripted in any way, but I wanted to give you an update in terms of everything that I'm trying to do.